Hello my Pilates friends, and welcome to another session of Pilates with Sue. As you can see, I'm outside again. It's a beautiful day. I've been waiting for the sun to come onto my patio. I just hope that doesn't mean the wind's going to come up too. We're going to start in lying today. The work is mainly going to be on the mat. So if you want to get a little towel for your head, then you could pause the video now and go and get one. Otherwise, we're going to get started by lying on our backs on the mat with our knees bent, feet and knees in line with the hips, and then just gently roll yourself down so that you feel you've got some length through your spine. The lower part of your back here, your lumbar region, should just be gently arching away from the mat, but not so much that you can put your fingers right underneath. Shoulders nice and open, and rest your hands on this lower part of your abdomen, in between your hip bones and where your rib cage finishes. And we're going to, just for a moment, relax. We're going to just think about our breathing. Just gently focus as the air goes in and out. Nice and smooth. And gently let the air out. If you're somebody who likes to or tends to breathe more with the upper part of your chest, try to get the air lower down so you feel as if the air is going around your waist. I know it won't go around your waist because your lungs stop here, but you'll get that feeling of the air going deep into your body. Just let everything go, just let your mind relax. And we're going to spend this time together now, just doing something for ourselves. Last nice breath in and out. Bring your feet and your knees together. And we're going to start with a gentle knee roll from side to side. So keep your shoulders nicely relaxed. Relax your hands out to the side and just let your knees drop down to the side as far as is comfortable for you. We're just warming up our bodies. And then roll down to the other side. And again, nice roll side to side. So we're getting some movement here through the back. Gently starting to engage the muscles of the core. So you're going to bring your knees back to the middle. And this time you're just going to let your knee drop out to the side. So just one knee, let it drop to the side, bring it back up. And then the other knee the same. Let it drop out and bring it back up. So instead of working the back now, we're working the hip. The knee that's not moving, try to keep it absolutely still. So you're having to get some control. As well as warming up, we're getting some control here around the pelvis, around the hips. Just gentle drop out to the side and back up. Keeping your pelvis as level and as still as you can. So gentle engagement there through your middle. Feel like you're drawing your back, your lower back in towards the mat. One more on each side. Last one. And this time we're going to extend the leg and draw it back in. Same on the other side. Extend the leg and draw it back in. One more on each side, just simple leg extensions. we're going to work a little bit harder. We're going to extend the opposite arm and opposite leg. So keep that feeling of your spine on the mat. Try to coordinate the movement so you're working both together, arm and leg. Try to make it a nice smooth move. Remember, keep the leg that's not actually doing anything still. So you're getting a static contraction on this side and then some dynamic work on the other side. So you can stay here or we can work a little bit harder. We're going to extend the arm and the leg away, flex your foot, and then you're just gently going to lift your arm and your leg off the mat, lower, and bring it back in. Same on the other side. Extend, flex your foot, lift. Don't let your back arch any part of your back. Keep it smoothly down on the mat and bring it back in. Do that again. Little lift, flex your foot. You'll feel these muscles on the front of your leg here, these big glute muscles here, the quadriceps. They'll actually really start to fire up as you flex that foot towards you. So flex, little lift. It doesn't have to be high. In fact, it's better if it's a little bit lower. If you find that is challenging your back, just stay with the leg slide that we did before. Don't do the lift. Last one. And bring that in. Nice work. Just circle your shoulders. Bring your hands in by your side and let's just do some rotation, so taking your hands out to the side and bringing them back in. So feet and knees hip distance apart, elbows tucked into the waist. Gently take your hands out to the side and then bring them back in. As you take your arms out, you feel like your body wants to arch, so don't let that happen. Keep it down. So lovely and sunny here. I've got the sun in my eyes. I feel like I should have my sunglasses on. Just beautifully warm today. It's a lovely day. Let's do 2 more of those. Last one. Bring your arms in. Just check your position on the mat. Make sure you've got everything nicely under control. Take a nice breath in to prepare. Relax your hands down by the side. And as you breathe out, you're going to look between your knees and just gently roll up, scooping those muscles in, letting your pelvis gently tilt towards you, so you're getting some movement here, some engagement. You'll feel your pelvic floor start to draw up. Just encourage that a little bit and then relax down. So a nice little bit of gentle abdominal work. So nice breath in, breathe out and lift and relax down. So you're just coming onto your shoulder blades. More. Nice little bit of breath control if you can. So breathe in first, breathe out as you scoop up, and breath in as you come down, keeping that abdominal wall tensed. one. So now, depending on how you've fared with that, we're going to stay there, or we're going to start to roll up a little bit higher. So I like to slide my feet out a little bit more. I take my hands over my head, keeping my back in neutral. Bring my hands over. And I'm going to slowly bring myself up, rolling through my spine to seated. So nice and tall. And then relax back down. So work through your spine nice and slowly. Control that move, drawing in through your abdominal wall, just gently letting your back drop down onto the mat. And again, breathe out as you come up. You want to have a good stretch at the top, take those arms right up. And then slowly roll back down. And a little stretch at the top. And again, let's roll up to seated. Nice and tall. Get a feeling of stretch at the top. Before you breathe out, draw those abdominal muscles in and slowly roll your back down onto the mat. And then a stretch at the top. And again, up we come. Try not to work too much through your neck. The work is coming from the center here. Going to place our knees down again. We're going to do the same move, but this time we're going to come up to seated and we're going to add a little twist at the end. So take your arms over your head. If you feel that you've done enough with your abs and you want to work a little bit more gently, go back to the knee rolls, keeping your knees together, having a little rest at the bottom, and then bringing your knees back to the middle before you take them over the other side. So you're getting the same work but at a different level. So let's take the arms over the head, bring ourselves up to seated, nice and tall. Then we're going to roll part of the way down. Take one arm back behind you, look at your hand, scoop it forwards, same on the other side. Bring your hand forwards and roll down. Nice stretch at the top again. Roll up. Nice and tall. Start to roll back down, and then we're going to do that scoop out to the side and out to the other side and roll back down. That's number 2. Here we go. Come up nice and tall. Now you can make this easier by doing your scoop here, so you're a little bit higher, ensuring that the rotation comes through your body, that you're not just taking your arm out to the side. That's number 4. Or you can work a little bit harder. By going back a little bit further before you do your scoop. Number 5. Here we come. Nice and tall. We're going to be doing 8. So relax down. scoop to the side, scoop to the other side, and down we go. 6, 2 more to go. Up we come, nice and tall, before you let yourself roll back. Take it into that arm scoop, rotating your body, keep your shoulders drawn down your back, and the other side, and then a nice roll down. And if I've got it right, this is number 8. Up we come, rolling through your back. Try not to overwork these hip flexors here. Nice tall stretch. Take it back. Last little scoop. One side. Scoop the other side. And roll down. And take that into a full body stretch. Nice breaths in and out. And we're going to go into a bridge in a moment. So I think before we do that, we'll give our hamstrings a stretch just to try and avoid getting cramp in them, because I know with bridge that often happens. So extend your left leg out across the mat. Bring your right knee in onto your chest and just give your hip a stretch there. So draw that knee in as much as you can. If you find that your knee hurts, maybe place your hands behind your thigh and then you're not straining that knee. And then from here, we're going to extend the leg up into a hamstring stretch. So just gently hold that leg where you feel it's comfortable. Feel that stretch down the back of the leg. Don't force this, don't pull your leg in more than it wants to go. And then just gently circle your foot around. So getting a bit of a stretch through our calf muscle as well. And some movement there in the ankle and the little joint of the foot. Round the other way. Relax your foot, just see if you can just bring that leg in a little bit more. And relax that down. Same on the other side, so bring your knee in onto your chest. Hold it there. Stretch the other leg away so you're getting a nice opening through your hips. And then when you're ready, take that leg up into your hamstring stretch. And circle your foot around. And round the other way. Gently draw that foot in a little bit more. And relax that down. Put both feet hip distance apart. If you've got something under your head, it's a good idea to take it away. We're going to go into bridge. The pressure, if you feel any, should be on your shoulders and your shoulder blade. Your neck should feel loose and free. There should be no tension in your neck. You're not bringing yourself up so high that the pressure is going into your neck. Your face and your neck should feel relaxed while we do this. Place your hands down beside your side and just gently to start tip and tilt your pelvis. Nice backwards and forwards movement. Tip and tilt. And then we're going to start slowly to peel the back away from the mat. So don't come all the way up first time. Roll back down through your spine onto the mat. And again, up we come, a little bit higher this time. Just be mindful of what your legs are doing. Want to try to keep your legs and your knees and your feet all in line with your hips as you come up to your bridge. And then you're just slowly going to lower down. And a little tip and tilt at the bottom before you come back up into your bridge. Hold at the top, squeeze your glutes. This is great work for the glute muscles, the muscles around your hip. And then down we come. Let's come up again. If you want to work a little bit harder, you're going to bring your hands up this time. Makes the balance a little bit more difficult. And roll down. Tip and tilt. Up we go again. Work through the spine. Take your hands a little bit further over. You feel in control. Work around here. Don't let those knees drop. Keep them snugged in so they're staying in line with your hip bones. And down we come again. Again, up we go. What I find hard with this, the peeling up is not so bad, but when I come down, I tend to let my lumbar spine, this area here, come down in one piece, and I really have to work through my abdominal muscles to try to bring it down a little bit more segmentally, as it were. Let's go up again. Hold there, squeeze of the glutes, and then roll back down. Let's just do one more. So a little tilt and tip and tilt at the bottom. Up we come. Take it to your level. You may feel you've done enough. In that case, just rest. And then slowly, slowly, slowly roll down. Well done. Now we're going to roll onto our sides. Make a nice straight line, lying on your side, stacking your hips and your shoulders. Try to keep your chest nice and open. If you find that it's difficult to balance, to keep your head still, then it's quite acceptable to just bend that lower knee, place your hand on the mat in front of you. But if you put your hand forwards, try not to roll into your hand too much. So we're going to start with a simple leg lift. So you're just going to lift, draw your foot towards you like we did right at the beginning, and pull that foot down. So that's 1. I'm going to do 10. Don't lift your leg too high. 2, 3. If you can, place your hand on your side. 4. 5. Have that feeling of drawing your legs together. 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift your leg again, and now you're going to take your foot in front of that leg that's on the mat and take it behind. So you're taking it in front and behind. Now you may feel that you are more in control if you've got your hand in front for this, because you're taking the weight of your legs forwards and back, and it's much harder to keep your hips nice and still. No matter how much you draw through here, you may find that you're just bringing those hips, letting them fall forwards and then roll back. So do try and keep everything nice and steady so the movement's just coming through your leg. I hope you've been counting, because with chatting I've totally lost count. I'm going to do another 3. 2 and 3. Bring your leg here. Now we're going to bring the leg forwards, so a little bit like a knee float lying on your side, and then extend your leg back, and we're going to do 10 of these. So imagine your leg is on a sheet of glass, and you're just bringing your knee forwards and back. I think that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, trying to keep everything nice and steady. Keep your upper body open. 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax your leg down, let your knees bend, and if you feel like you want to give that area of your hip that might be just letting you know where it is, a little rub. And then when you're ready, we're going to roll over onto all fours. This is going to be a challenge for me because these flags are really uneven here. So hands slightly wider than your shoulders, fingers spread, weight down through your arms, knees under your hips, feet straight out behind. And we're going to do a simple superhero. Just move that, and we're just going to extend the arm and leg and lift. Down and lower. Same on the other side. Extend and lift. Down and in. A really wobbly bit just by where my knees are. One flag is higher than the other, so this is quite a challenge. See if I can do a bit better this time. That's a bit better. So just think about what the middle of your body is doing as we do this. So what your body wants to do, as you lift your arm and your leg, it wants to arch. So keep your abdomen drawn in towards your spine. So the whole of this area drawn in towards your spine to maintain a neutral back as you do your superhero. It's a nice slide out and lift. And the other little thing that you might want to watch out for as well as you do this is as you lift, the supporting hip can sometimes stick out to the side. So try to draw your hips in and together. As you lift. Maintaining a nice alignment with your neck. So let's just do a couple more. And then we'll go back into a shell stretch, just to give the wrists a little rest. So take your hips back towards your knees. Take your hands forwards and relax your head down. You don't have to touch the mat with your head. Just where it is that's comfortable. Try to stretch your hips down towards your feet and your hands forward. So it's as if you're trying to stretch yourself in two directions. And then relax down and take some nice breaths in and out here. And again, try to get the air into that middle part of your body. You will actually feel the air here, the back of your lungs expanding into your ribs. And then from here, we're going to come back up onto all fours. We're just going to do a little bit of work mobilizing our spine. So we're going to do cat and cow. So from this neutral position here, you're going to arch your back up, tuck your head under, and then slowly let that movement run up your spine and put a hollow in your back and lift your head. And again, a nice arch up. Really push away from the mat and then come back through neutral and just put a gentle curve in your back. If you're somebody who's got a very, very mobile back, it's very easy to overdo this move. So just put a gentle curve into your spine before you come back up. Let that movement move through your back. Tuck your head in last of all. Then lift your head. Let's do one more. It's really nice for giving your back a stretch. And then from here, you're going to come forwards onto your elbows, and we're going to do our plank work. So we're going to do 3 simple short planks. Just try and get myself a bit more level where I am. So take your elbows under your shoulders, slightly wider than your shoulders. If you like to have your hands together, bring your hands together, but just if your hands are together, try not to round your back too much. Try to keep your shoulders open. We're going to come up through a plank prep, a half plank. So it's up to you whether you come into the full plank or just roll up and down through that plank prep. That's really nice work for your abdominal muscles and your back. So I'll leave it up to you. I'm going to go with the full plank. So I'm going to roll up now into my plank prep. So I'm coming onto my knees, tuck my heels under, bring my weight forwards, and then I'm coming up into my plank. I'm going to bring my weight forwards over the elbows. Try to keep my tailbone tucked under. Take some nice breaths in and out. I can really feel my legs working as well as my core. If you need need to put your knees down, please put your knees down. And then when you're ready, everybody, relax your knees down and roll yourself out of your plank. And just have a little relax down on your mat. We're going to do another plank, and when we do that plank, we're going to lift one leg up and lower it down, and then we're going to lift the other leg up and lower it down. So in your own time, trying to keep your body as steady as you can. So when you're ready, join with me. We're going to come up into excuse me, into that plank prep. Tuck your feet under, check your position before you start, then a nice lift with your leg and lower. Same on the other side, and lower, and again. So you're trying to keep your body as still as you can, keep your hips as level as you can. Try to control that leg as it lifts and lowers. Let's do one more on each side. And then lower those knees down and have a nice breather. So for our last plank, if you feel you've done enough and you've been doing full planks, you could just roll in and out of the plank, the half plank, or if you've really done enough, just go back into your shell stretch. But for anybody who's working with me, our last one, we're going to lift our leg up and out to the side. We're going to keep it really simple today. So bring your weight forwards into your pre-plank, lift your knees back, and then we're just going to lift that leg up and back in. Same on the other side. Again, trying to keep your body really, really still. One more on each side. Back in and relax down. Back into your shell stretch. Feel a nice stretch through your back after doing those planks. Bring your weight forwards, relax down, and we'll do some gentle Cobra stretching here. So keep your head looking down on the mat, hands at the side of your head or maybe a little bit lower down. Wriggle down so you're nice and long on your mat. Check those hip bones are down, well bedded on your mat, and then we're just going to gently lift through our spine and lower down. So take it gently to start and gradually build up to where you know it's comfortable. There should be no pain or discomfort in your back doing this. If there is, just rest. If you're able to, come a little bit higher. And roll back down. And again. Let's make this the last one. And then we're going to roll over and do that leg series on the other side. Now I'm going to twirl around because I can be looking at you then. So exactly as before, sit on my mat, stretch your legs out, stack your hips and your shoulders. I'm sorry, I'm looking right into the sun. And gently draw your abdominal muscles in to keep this area nice and steady. Have your hand on the floor or down on your side. And we're going to start with a simple leg lift. So lift, flex and draw down. We're doing 10. This is number 3. Don't lift too high. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Really draw that leg down. 7. 8. 9. And 10. And then we did the leg forwards and back. And again forwards and back. So we're doing 10 of these, just the same. Try to get the whole foot down in front and behind. Make that number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Last one coming up now. And then we did a little half bicycle with the leg, trying to keep the whole leg in line as if we had our leg on a glass tabletop. If you've got your hand in front, try not to take too much weight through your hand. Try to get as much control as you can through your centre. And number 10. Let your knees bend up. Again, if you want to, give that area a little rub. It does help if it's shouting at you, telling you where it is. And we're going to turn over on our fronts again, so I just want to do a quad stretch. We've stretched a lot of muscle groups, but we haven't stretched our quads, so we'll just do that before we go into our relaxation. So relax yourself down, relax your head and your neck down, and draw your foot in towards your bottom, keeping your hip bone here down on the mat. If your knee doesn't like that much of a bend, or you can't reach your foot, just keep your leg here, push your hip into the mat. You're still getting a stretch through the front of that leg. If you can, hold your foot and draw it in. Relax your upper body down. Keep that hip bone firmly down onto the mat. Relax that leg down. And then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So this side might be different. Just check your knees are drawn in together. In order to hold your foot, you'd sometimes take your knee out to the side. So try to draw that in so it's in line with your hip. And get a really nice stretch through your quads. Relax that down. Bring yourself up to seated. I'm going to stay side on. So whatever position with your legs is comfortable, because we're just going to stretch our arms. So take your arms, link your fingers together and stretch them out in front, pushing your palms away and relaxing your head down. You get a stretch across the upper back. If you want to intensify that stretch, draw your elbows out to the side a little bit more and pull your shoulder blades into your back. Relax that off. Change the link of your fingers and let's do the same. So stretch out. And again, draw those elbows in and out and your shoulder blades in if you want to increase that stretch. Keep looking down towards your mat. Just let your head relax forwards. And then you're going to take your hands behind your back and stretch them back to open the front of your chest. So sit up nice and tall. Pull your arms back. You can lift them a little bit, gives your shoulders a stretch as well. But again, be limited by what you know is right for you. Change the interlock of your fingers. And relax that down. We're just going to stretch one hand right up. Take that over to the side. I'll face on this way and you can see what I'm doing. So I'm reaching over to the side. And down, and then the same on the other side. Do that again with a bit of rotation this time. So let's stretch over to the side and then bring yourself forwards and up. And again, same on the other side. Reach over and then let yourself melt forwards. Round, lie yourself down on your mat. If you're using your towel, put your towel there. Relax your head down. Get a nice position on the mat so your spine is nice and straight. You can have your knees bent or your knees straight depending on how you're feeling. Relax your hands down by your sides or have them across your tummy. Close your eyes and feel your breathing. Nice breaths in, letting your abdomen gently expand and then breathing out. As you breathe out, your abdomen will just naturally fall down. So it's not an active thing you're doing, it's just because the lungs are filling with air, your abdomen has to lift. So this is just a relaxed breath in and out. Feel the air filling your lungs and relaxing out. So you can stay here now for as long as you would like. I'm going to relax down, so I'm going to bend my knees, roll onto my side, just rest there for a moment. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to bring myself up to seated. So, I hope you enjoyed our session together and that you will join me again in the future. And until then, take care, keep yourself safe, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon.